Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Let's just cleanse the air, cleanse the energy. How are we all doing on this wonderful Wednesday evening? Got a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Doing a deep cleanse, Sagittarius. I feel like we need a proper good cleanse. Some for you, some for me. Somebody asked me what I was burning the other day. It's Palo Santo. It's good to clear out energies and all that other stuff. I know it keeps wanting to burn, but let's keep it burning. Really cleanse out the space. Right, Sag, are you ready? It's got a reading for you for the month of March 2021, Pisces season. Got Aries season coming up soon. We've got this Pisces new moon happening on the 13th. You guys are ready for it? It's officially a new beginning come this new moon. And then Sun will move into Aries. That's it, New Year. And that's it. Straight out of the gate, off, going for it. It's a new cycle. It's a new beginning, Sag. And there's a lot of things, Sag, that I think you're quite ready for a new beginning in. I think month of Pisces season, mutable season like yourself, really is about our truest inner feelings, values, how we're thinking, how we're feeling, and how a lot of that transmutes to the face value that we present to the world. Pisces seasons have got a lot of dualities. There's a lot of toing and froing, but what's great about it is that you get to have a look at the in-betweens between the vast distance of the ups and downs. There's this really beautiful in-between that not a lot of people are privy to. Pisceans somehow get to spend a lot of time in that in-between place. I think that's a lot why a lot of them are so psychic as they are. It's the acknowledgement of this in-between place. And Pisces season is very much for you. Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, very much for you, finding your way back to your heart. Significant water energy here. Real yin energy, caring, affectionate, feminine, not even mysterious. This is like open love. This is cups full kind of love. Pisces season is, I think, asking for you, Sag, to really find some emotive resonance, King of Wands, with fire energy, even going into Aries energy. This is going to be you reviving your own energy through a bit of emotional, intelligent work that you can really be doing right now. Like I did say, it's significant water sign energy. So it is this idea of being strong via being emotionally strong. So a real call on emotional intelligence and seeing where it is that your persona, your identity recently hasn't quite been this King of Wands character, and seeing where it is emotionally where you might need to fill some of these gaps that are in your aura. Ace of Cups. Really nice month for you, Sagittarius. This is a month that brings in a lot of emotional contentment. This is love. This is your cups being full, you being really open to divine abundance. This is your life kind of being really content and happy. March has a lot of emotional contentment for you. A little bit of a walking on the wild side for a fire sign, though. Getting into grips with this emotional side of you that needs a little bit of airing. It needs a bit of time out, and I think that really helps you tune into this King of Wands energy. This could be your relationship with a water sign, Sag. This is the love that's being exchanged This is like the outcome of just real simple love, deliberate love, forward love. This month has a lot emotionally to offer you, Sagittarius. It's about you taking the cues and maybe reverting to that effeminate Queen of Cups. Very aware of her emotions. Kind of really content to just be herself, not really plugged in, not really feeling the need to be tuned in, just really kind of content with finding her own peace. There is a call, there's a message here, Sagittarius. You need to pay a little bit more attention to your emotional relationships. There needs to be effort this month really placed on your emotional connections. Definitely in terms of love, because there seems to be this real award that comes out of the month of March. Let's have some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's have some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. A lot of love here, Sagittarius. You could be meeting a soulmate. Could be a water sign. This is definitely you needing to connect with water energy. Really being able to work with the elements. And really being able to connect to this time. Got the Two of Pentacles. There you are, Temperance card. A real need to like balance and level yourself out at the moment. Got the Eight of Cups. And I have the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. Just give me a second out. There is that troubled air sign again, who just does not know when to stop. And I think you're going to find it quite exhausting, especially this month, because emotionally and financially there is a lot, Sagittarius, that needs your attention. And you're kind of really caught up in the balancing and how a lot of your energy is going into this one really like funneled part of your life, you know, having to balance your emotions as well as trying to really make the ships float by making sure that the finances are there and everything is working simultaneously. But you know, Pisces season does come with its dualities, and there is a real walking away from a real tricky, argumentative, battling energy with an air sign who is just hell-bent on being really quite toxic and destructive, who is just the kind of energy that moves without thinking, the kind of energy that just is so in your face and so aggressive and so charged. And they kind of have been picking at you and looking for this battle. And I think Sagittarius, this month, you're really just walking away. And it will really, really serve you, Sagittarius, to just not entertain that low vibration, especially when there's a potential of you and this water sign with this cup, you know, this real full to the brim emotional situation, which kind of gives you a bit of leeway to be yourself a little bit again. I really do think you're way too plugged in at the moment, Sagittarius, and all of your attention kind of needs to be pulled away from the telly and the TV shows and the Twitters and the this and the that and all these different plugs, because Sagittarius, you're on a journey. March is pushing you in a direction that might be away from this real cyclical routine of being caught up in somebody else's bad mood and kind of like being called to task when that person's in a bad mood and they just want to fight, and there you are, the kind of punching bag to all of it. And it's kind of had you a bit wound up because it's made you step outside of yourself. So the month of March really is like, stop distracting the fact that you are so so out of your own energy. And this month really will give you a very beautiful incentive to understand why it is that you being triggered and being so plugged in and being so distracted from yourself kind of means that you're not paying attention where the attention is needed. I have a feeling that your kids really need your attention. Sagittarius, I think there are battles that you are done with. And these battles have been long done. And this air sign is adamant on being an a-hole, which is inherent in this kind of energy. Just, charge ahead. On the clock was 1111. If you guys have any questions, it's one question, one card, 1111 or 1313 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's carry on shuffling for Sagittarius for the month of March. Oh, we have the World card and we have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Swords and the Chariot. Okay, you know what? And the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Okay, let's stop here. You're really reaching this new cycle, this new phase in your life, this new journey, this new thing, this new way, this new direction, this new you, this newness, new cycles, new Sagittarius, new energy. You kind of are reluctant maybe to close out a certain cycle, but at the same time, you're also really present and ready to make this journey. And I cannot highlight enough how it's all about moving on. It's all about taking what you've learned, cutting your losses, moving on from whatever was set up, and going in search of building something that's actually more in line with who you are. And I think there's an earth sign here or a water sign. Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, could also be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That there's a lot of equal give and take with. Your movement, and it is one that means that there might be battling yourself, and there might be a little bit of questioning your motives and whether or not you're doing the right thing and track and all of the things. Is it good? Is it right? Am I doing the right thing? I think the advice for you this month is, as long as you're moving forward, Cancer energy also, as long as you're really charging forward and grabbing life by the reins and taking a bit more authority over you and not waiting for the cues and not waiting to be told for instruction, just grab life and go. Go, 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 go. Do you, because you need to come back to you. And there's an awful lot of support that's available to you at the moment from an earth sign, from a water sign, and from a fellow fire sign. Cancerian energy also. All I can really strongly iterate to you, Sagittarius, is this conflict energy with this really highly charged, quite abusive energy flustering you. And it has been flustering you, and it's been one of those energies that has kind of thrown you off a little bit and pulled you to battle, even when you may not have felt strong enough, and kind of made you look like this person who is just waiting to fight, who is just wanting to fight, because that's kind of all you know. You're on your back is up, your defenses are all the way up, because that's the effect that this energy has on you. And it's really important for you to remind yourself that this is like the aftermath of dealing with this energy, this highly strung, highly charged, gung-ho, real aggressive, real want to go for it kind of energy, mental mind games all over the place. You're still winning, Sagittarius. You're still collecting the swords and you're still winning. They can't. But the fact that it's got to you so badly, and the fact that you're now having to default to emotional well-being and a focus on how emotionally there's a lot of damage that's been done, and this month is asking you to really look at that, because there's a lot of moving forward. There is an awful lot of go energy, and if you're done playing Captain Ho, if you're done juggling all of the bits that are just so heavy and irrelevant and fixing and just ungrateful. If you're done with seeing how all of that stuff has you sideline from your true identity. Let's try and get some more messages for Sagittarius. I was not expecting that. That is deep. Remember, guys, one question, one card, 1111 or $13 at PayPal. Ruby Reads Tarot. Can I get a thumbs up from the people that are in the house? Nice one. So let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Ooh, the burdens. Oh, it's so imprisoning. Oh, it feels so heavy. Oh, I'm so tired. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Look, there's a lot of physical and emotional, like just the nature of this card. It is physical as well as emotional. And there is a real need somehow, Sagittarius, for you to kind of look beneath the surface and really identify with the fact that what you've come up against is a prison of your own making. It is, yes, your roles, your duties, your responsibilities that kind of have built up around you, and now you seem to be quite bad and exhausted by the fact that it's all present, which is very understandable. Sagittarius does have a tendency to work itself into this 9 of Wands situation. But it would be a really good time for you to kind of be a little bit conscious and honest with yourself. You seem to be serving a lot. There's a lot of plugging in. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of just being way too overworked, basically. Burdened. Too many responsibilities, not being able to find a way out. So if this is your emotional as well as your physical well-being at the moment, it is kind of my prerogative to say that it is too much. And yes, you might be at the end of the cycle, but there is one more lesson to learn before you can actually streamline that series of skills, that series of energies, that series of, all of this stuff that's going on with you, Sagittarius. You've got to drop the burdens, whatever they might be, however it might be. There's got to be a way that you can figure out how it is really depleting you. And it is a prison of your own making. There might be some severe action that you might need to take in order to kind of figure out how it is that you can streamline this energy and how you can really be a little bit more cognizant of the fact that it is kind of nearing the end of a cycle with it. You're not quite there yet, you're nearly there. And it's always the darkest night before the dawn, isn't it? So while it might feel like it's stretched out, my advice to you is connect a little bit emotionally speaking with yourself and really kind of figure out underneath the surface what's been bubbling away. Because if there is a lack of understanding emotionally as to why your physical present has meant that you're surrounded by all of this really heavy stuff, you might be missing a trick there. An emotional need at what has been ignored for so long. Just so that the practical, the present, King of Swords, there we go. Here's this real narcissistic, quite heavy, quite aggressive and just real mental energy of this twisted individual who just wants to play mind games and keep you stuck. This air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, has such an influence over this person in the Nine of Wands situation. Like, this person is a freaking narcissist. They're a bully. They're a tyrant. They're, frankly speaking, just destructive. This is a bully. This is a destructive bully. And they would love to see you imprisoned because they're manipulating you. And they want to keep you in this really small, frazzled space because they're getting a rise out of it, because that's the kind of disturbed energy that this twisted lunatic is. Remember, guys, it's one question, one card at 1111 or $13 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the description box also. Let's get some more cards for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. I was not expecting it to be this heavy. Oh, wow. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. You are just surrounded by this a-hole, and their energy is just nasty and destructive, Sagittarius, and I would be really careful, because it seems like they want to hold their position. They want to stay at the top, and this is a lot to do with control, and this is a lot to do with being manipulated. I mean, just look at the effect that this person has on this person. And I think this is you, because here you are surrounded by your wands. It's tricky, heavy energy, and you've got to be really careful with this kind of mania, this kind of delirium, this kind of frenzied, like, real aggressive energy. Like, they're like a loose cannon. It can go off in any direction at any time, and it's a dangerous energy to be around. I personally cannot stand the King of Swords. It's like the worst card in the deck for me, because just this side of nastiness to this character. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of goods, but there's a lot of bad. Not my favorite in the deck, I have to say. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Oh, Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So a real focus on finances. Queen of Swords character here. Air sign again. Gemini, Libra, Scorpio. Look, someone's really trying their hardest to keep you as small as possible. This is somebody's full-on efforts to be a bully, to intellectually, like, put you down. Real nasty pair. Could be a pair, could be a couple, could be whoever. It's just real destructive, toxic energy. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. These could be hidden enemies, but it might even be like parents. It might even be family members, you know. It could be a partner. Either way, there's a real ganging up and tag teaming and keeping someone small unnecessarily. Let's get some more cards for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Get some more cards for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. I have the Moon card. All right, let's put this to one side now. Just Sick of focusing on this energy. Sagittarius, the moon card. There is a new moon that takes place in the sign of Pisces on the 13th. And then at the end of the month, there is a full moon in the sign of Libra. There is energy here that can be tapped into. Crown chakra energy, as well as... yeah, I think this is predominantly just crown chakra energy. You might need to be a little bit outside of your worldly situation at the moment. You might need to kind of distance yourself emotionally, just so you can observe the situation, so you can get a better grasp as what the truth of the situation is. I feel like there's a few things that might be coming to you in this month that's going to make a lot more sense. Like the penny's kind of going to drop about a certain situation that you were a really key player in, and how you didn't really have an idea that this was a role that you'd kind of been pushed into playing. And this is what had been going on. But I think this month, this full moon, this new moon brings a lot of clarity to you, Sagittarius. And if you choose to really divert your attention again away from the situation, it's not really going to be conducive to your journey. I think right now, Sagittarius, there needs to be a real focus on the fact that things need illuminating. You need a bit of time out. You need to really get to grasp and quite quickly with the situation that's happening around you, Sagittarius. Stop getting played. Stop letting yourself be deliberately kept in the dark. Stop blindfolding yourself to the truth, like ostrich head in the sand kind of thing. You need to come forward emotionally speaking in order to make a lot of things right. And I think that emotional speaking needs to start happening with internal dialogues that you're having with yourself, because it seems like you've really pushed yourself outside of how you truly feel about a situation, and you're just kind of functioning on autopilot. And that is what I think a lot of these epitomes are going to be about. King of Pentacles, Earth sign magic, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You've got a lot of support at the moment. There is an energy of someone who wants to help. Someone who's really interested in helping you. Someone who is obviously surrounded by money and luxury. Someone who kind of has themselves together. Someone who's quite mathematical, really quite, well put together. They want to help. They want to come forward with some help. And they're bringing a bit of illumination with them too. And they're kind of asking you to be a bit sensitive, a little bit more sensitive to yourself at the moment. One question, one card, 1111 at PayPal. Ruby Reads Tarot. Can I get a thumbs up, guys? Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. A possible turnaround this month, Sagittarius, where you really go from being invited to channel into your truth again. And you might go through this conflict with this air sign that really challenges you to stand up for yourself. And not in a way where you're lashing out and being aggressive and you've already lost the battle, in that typical Sagittarius lash out, kind of fire all over the place way, but a lot more of a strategic intellectual approach to this month might need to take place also. It's going to be a full-on month, Sagittarius. You might feel like you're really quite burdened by a lot of it, but if you channel into your emotions honestly this month, this female water sign energy that might really want to help you as well as this earth sign that is just there. There's support here for you, Sagittarius. The support is present if you need it. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. You end this month with a cup full of love. And I think somehow or another, Sagittarius, you managed to find your way into a relationship that is a lot more fulfilling. It's a lot more fruitful and abundant, and it bears fruits, and you really can sense that this energy is one that's not necessarily dragging away from you. Wow. Sagittarius, you come into money this month, and I think it's something to do with around the time of the new moon. This is the Pisces new moon. You come into an abundant windfall of money. King of Pentacles, this can very likely be help from a businessman, a authority type, a successful entrepreneur, or this can be you coming into this energy of really owning your business savviness. Okay, from going from that Nine of Wands, really stuck in the mud, really kind of burdened and quite heavy feeling, you automatically through, and it's this new Pisces new moon energy, come out of the other side of that with a lot of money. Somehow the universe, God brings you this opportunity, and it's just kind of like delivered to you, like there you go. And it's something that just means that the money is pouring in, the abundance is pouring in, and there's a lot more solar plexus, courage, charisma, and charm, the reignition of the fire that comes back from either the help of this earth sign or you even encapsulating this water energy as well as this pentacle energy. This is your earthly matter as well as your emotion, which for me is a recipe for manifestation. It's how you manipulate your tangibles by your emotions. And there is a need for you to get excited, and there is a need for you to illuminate yourself, and there is a need for you to uncover some secrets, and there is a need for you to really look at the truth of a situation from what's been hidden in plain sight, which might have even been casting a shadow over your ability to create abundance. But in Pisces season, in the month of March, you really are creating a lot of abundance. There's a lot of energy here in creating money. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Remember, guys, it's one question for one card, 1111 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021 right now. And I had a vision of going through a hotel lobby with really high ceilings, arched walls and high ceilings. Listen, you're going to be walking through a lot of important corridors, and you'll be in really a lot of abundant places in the month of March. And there's an intuitive nudge here for you to really channel into your emotions, because emotionally speaking, you may not have been all present. And I think as we go into the sign of Aries and the month of April, you're really sitting quite pretty in this rather abundant, really affluent, really wealthy Sagittarius with the powers all the way back. But the trick to this has to be you connecting to this water sign, this emotional energy, taking the help from the emotional female watery energy when it is given to you. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. I think you'll be walking through this like Justice card. You'll be walking into this time, Sagittarius, where a lot of scales that have been imbalanced really balance themselves out for you. There's a real call for you claiming your justice, though, and actually demanding it from the universe, and using this new moon energy to really force it onto yourself, almost. You must pay a bit of attention to this justice energy. This is the need for your scales to be balanced out. This is that moderation. This is fairness. This is equilibrium. This is being able to cut the crap, level yourself out. And emotionally speaking, there needs to be a real leveling out for this abundance to come in, which is going to be heavily present in the month of March. A lot of good luck, a lot of abundance, a lot of money, a lot of receiving money, a lot of being willing to invest in you. The scales are finally balancing out, but taking charge of your identity and seeing where it is that you need to channel into your emotions more, as well as your present. So maybe when I say being in the present, being in the material, being in the, the matrixy realms, lose some weight. Go do your hair. Get a makeup. No, not just makeup, but like an image overhaul. Change things up. Get back in your best dressed. You're super savvy. Your presentation, I think, this month is really going to count in you getting your justice. But the voice of reason, the truth being told, is kind of part and parcel to the situation, Sagittarius. So I wonder where it is that you've been swinging on these scales up and down, quite volatile, and where it might be your own emotional connection to self. And that might even mean having a really good cry. Where it is that you might need to balance those scales out for yourself once and for all. And I always say do it yourself if you can, and if you can't, go and speak to someone who can try and help you. There's nothing wrong with having someone help you level out a few things that in your mind you might need leveling out. Things that have been causing imbalances in your life. Either way, I would say turn the TV off. Turn the Twitter off, turn the social media off, all the distractions, all of them off, and really be quite present to how you can improve the abundance around you, how you might need to change up your appearance, your looks, your presence, this matrix. This new moon holds a lot in terms of manifestation for you. It's a portal that you walk through, and the other side is full of a lot of abundance. But you only got access to that if you are fully in line with your heart chakra, with your emotions, with your sacral chakra. Get some more messages for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2021. I think you guys need to wear some moonstone. I think you need to wear some carnelian. And I think you need to wear some gold. Three of Pentacles. Contracts. Your part in something where finally the justice is leveling it out. This could be marriage to Libra. This could be marriage with a earth sign and a water sign. The World card as well as the Eight of Swords. Right, let me break this down. Four of Pentacles underneath and the Ten of Cups underneath that. And the Devil card. And the Ten of Swords and the Lover's card. Page of Swords, Judgment, Death card. All right, let me stop here. Sagittarius, there's a new world, a whole new world. A new beginning, a new start. You've got to channel into your courage a little bit. Channel into your talents, I want to say, your natural talents. You might need to really focus in on the fact that this is a new start, a new beginning, and it's kind of stepping out of stagnation and some of the toxicity of the past. And if you wish, you can really convey a sense of newness, a new cycle, a new beginning. If you are fully channeled into your courage, on your focus, on your communication, and on your ability to understand. The Eight of Swords is a prison, very much like the Nine of Wands, of your own making. Paranoia, doubt, lack of self-confidence. This is more than anything a lack of self-confidence. Sagittarius, there's a massive discrepancy in how you feel and what you want. And I have a feeling that energetically speaking, there might be a gap or a leak in your aura. There is definitely something that you're doing to yourself, which might have been the aftermath of that really crappy King of Swords energy, which kind of has slowly but surely placed strategically with you, in your own hands, in your own way, but caused perhaps this Eight of Swords energy. Real gaslighting, narcissistic energy I feel here. And this is the aftermath of it. I feel like you're backed into a corner. and you really need some rest in order to get to the other side, to this vision of this Ten of Cups. And it's super important for you right now to focus on the fact that the Ten of Cups is present, and it's something that you want, and it's something that you can absolutely achieve. It's something that you can totally go for. A little bit of downtime in Pisces season is something I've suggested to everyone, and I'm going to suggest the same to you. People don't realize how important this Four of Swords card is because sometimes it is the bridge between one state of being to another. And I think that in order to really encompass this new world energy, this new beginning, this new start, this fresh new start, everything new, new cycles, new everything, focus being entirely on you, in your power, with courage, with truth, with fierceness, with tenacity. How this Eight of Swords is an energy that would really be, you need to look at it now, Sagittarius. There's no other way of me saying it. You need to do this self-work. You have to address these shadows. You have to do the things. You can't avoid it any longer. You must. This Eight of Swords is a prison. And if you choose to say here, that's your own decision, but you know what? It's still a prison. A perspective change, but this Four of Swords cut some of the mental torture, cut some of the self-doubt, cut some of the paranoia, cut some of the lack of confidence. Cut it. Get some rest. Genuine rest. Unplug. Focus on building a new you. You're regenerating. Okay, that's what's happening right now. DNA upgrades, should you wish to pay attention to the synchronicities. Ten of Cups in your energy. Powerfully building the bridge here. And you see how it's a heavy focus on your own prison and the necessary work. So cut it. Cut the stress. Cut it. Scorpio energy, a decision that needs to be made. Either way, like the phoenix, you rise from the ashes this month with this decision and a bit of tactical approach to the challenges, you know, a bit of mental assertion, a bit of understanding your part in the chess game. And there's two dualities that I think I want to end this on. Either way, there are decisions that are being made that you need to make with this new moon. Not only about yourself, but about allowing the abundance into your life. There's a new beginning here. And I would take it because the old you seems to have no more presence in this situation, in your life at the moment, in who you are anymore. So take the new beginning, really jump at it. The Devil card, Capricorn energy, it is also quite a heavy energy of being bound and stuck. Two could be past karmatic relationships. Anyway, whoever you're stuck and bound to. Could even be a mental thing. You need to sage out this energy. This is why all the smoke was going before. I knew there would need to be an extra emphasis on doing the rituals, on clearing your own energy, on clearing your own mental space, on doing all the things that mean that you kind of are shifting your focus away from how stuck you are and more presently into what you can do to get yourself out of that energy. And the trick here has to be, the key in all of this is the Queen of Cups. It is you channeling into this season and really surrendering to the fact that there is a lot available to you. Gemini energy. And there might need to be a rebirth in a relationship. There might need to be a doing things. This might need to be you finding that the North Node is still in the sign of Gemini, and the South Node is still in your sign, which means naturally you are you're tapped into a lot of love energy. And if you wish to use it for that, by clearing out some of these plugs, by clearing out all of these drains, by clearing out all of this like weird energy that you're surrounded in, you might find that you really luck out this month. And it's actually a wonderful month, full of lots of emotional contentment with love. I love this bit. I'm such a fire sign. Hilarious. I hope you enjoyed that fireworks show there. You kind of need to unplug, get off the Twitter, get off the social media, turn the telly off. Give yourself a radiation detox, because you've got so much radiation in this reading here. Toxicity. Even a detox, I would say. Have a detox. Drink a lot of water. Focus on your emotions and what they're telling you, and how surrendering yourself to them will mean that you're free from a cycle that you needed too long put an end to. Sagittarius, the messages again in this month that strongly came through were, please spend more time with your children. They really want your attention. The other message was, you need to plug out. There's way too many plugs here. Let yourself be renewed. Let the energy be renewed. Go ahead and do all of the things, like getting back to the gym, like running, like doing the exercise. Love is happening this month in a big way. And money is surrounding you. Like, you're surrounded by a lot of money. There's just too much of it this month. Your energy needs a revival. Plug into this lover's energy, which means really lightening up, which means really being quite easygoing. There just needs to be a detox, Sag. You just need to detox. You need to detox. Like, I can't stress this enough. Radiation detox, especially from your devices. I think that's all I have for you guys. If anybody has any questions, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. If not, I think that's all I have. Sag, you can book a reading at www.rubyreadstarot.com. I'm going to leave this here and just say, your emotions will save you this month. So be really careful of them, cautious of them, aware of them, savvy, emotionally intelligent. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful month of March. And what crystal recommendation? Now, I've already given you the crystal recommendations. I think even labradorite, I'm feeling for you guys. You need energetic cleansing, man. Your aura is all over the place. Just detox. Get back to yourself. Stop focusing outside of you. Your kids really want your attention. Your inner child really wants your attention. You know what I mean? Give it the time it deserves. And whenever it gets really hard, like whenever you're in a place where it's just completely unbearably hard, I want you to mentally see yourself as a child and see them in the situation that you're in right now. And I think a lot of you will find your automatic response is that you want to hug them. So you know what? Spend a lot of time this month hugging your inner child. And if you've got children, spend a lot of time this month hugging them, loving on them. Just really love on them, because they might even be angry at you because you're not spending any quality time with them. And it's so funny. I laugh my ass off, right? People are hilarious. They think that the life's purpose is to be someone special and be on the internet and be an influencer and like have lots of subscribers and lots of followers. And that's the fucking meaning of life, is it? Where your kids are miserable and you're sticking a bloody iPad in their faces and they've got no emotional connection to you. Yet people are still like, oh my God, I want to be an influencer. No, go and spend time with your kids. Ridiculous. Like, the kids are neglected, but you're there giving like life advice to some next Harry on the bloody internet. What? Focus that energy back on the home, on the heart space. Focus on you. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Seriously, stop with all of that. Pay more attention to your kids, Sag. And if you haven't got kids, that's pay more attention to your inner kid. Yeah? Everybody doesn't need to be a hero. Sometimes being the underdog is being the hero. It's not about how big the ripple is. It's about the fact that you're making a ripple. There are lots of people out here that can't, they're not even capable of doing that. There's a lot on your back responsibility-wise. Just lighten the load a little bit for yourself by making sure that you're okay with you. And in all honesty, I could care less about fame and fortune. I really understand that's not the purpose of life. And I hope that a little bit more attention paid on the fact that there is so much more to life than the telly and social media and all that stupid superficial crap would be really good in this day and age, I think. Bring it back to self, huh? Grab the wands, huh? Let's make some magic, huh? Because I know I'm talking to some magicians. Oh, the world needs people with genuine ambition and hope and drive to create a better tomorrow. And if you decide to do that bit, start at home. Start inside. Start on the self. I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you all again soon.